Today on EA Sports. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score point. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's going to go down again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Will Anderson, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jones. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. This one left side caught by Collins. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have to...
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Morris. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. On first down, it's Benson. As they've got it as we resume action. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Morris under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Operating from the gun. Morris. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And some room to roam now. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown.
Shut him down. Shut him down. Let's do this.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to...
And now this offense gets ready to take over the football, 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll throw now on the final play. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September, so let's get started. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. To throw is Morris on 1st down. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run over center with Benson. A strong running. There he goes left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Off play action. Morris throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Morris. A short one here, caught by McBride. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Morris. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And, CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75. Beginning of the drive, 1st and 10 coming up for the offense. We'll see how this defense does here in the 3rd quarter. Now Morris throwing on 1st down.
Open man here is Benson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard. Gain up to the 26.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Morris. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
Houston set to take over. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A huge play there for Houston. 59 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Witherspoon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Morris. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Derek Hall able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Here now, a 3rd and 20.
Looking to throw. Morris.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Witherspoon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
101 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. full speed, all out.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Texans, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it.
It's Madden NFL football. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
and the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night,
Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive.
On first down, Fields.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
and on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here's Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Here's Fields.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Jones on the return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Oh, he nearly... He'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins
With a milestone, career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he stopped immediately there.
And the tackle there by Chris Barnes.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Buying time to his left. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Remember, on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown, and here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick 1st down.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now a give right side. Witherspoon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
2nd and 15.
They're going to look to throw. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield.
Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Houston. A great play there.
taking it in. And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Fields. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Christian Harris, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jones on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this up past the 40. Now Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd and long. It's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter. but it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Jones. Escapes the defender. An excellent return that time, 26-yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims.
And he's got it inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Texans have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our...
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll toss to Harris. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Setting up the screen, Harris into space at the 45.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Fields now to throw.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think...
All right, this defense back out there with the lead and also with a shutout intact as they look to finish this off in the fourth quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Fields.
On the completions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air again, Fields.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Christian Harris picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Fields. Toward the sideline, intercepted.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory, riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play.
All right, this defense back out there with the lead and also with a shutout intact as they look to finish this off in the fourth quarter. Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Christian Harris able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Houston, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.